Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the difference between witchcraft and magic. But before we do, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. And if you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, then take a look at my free video called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. The link is in the description field below this video. So what is the difference between witchcraft and magic? And is there a difference between witchcraft and magic? Well, what is magic? Because that's the best place to start. A lot of people have tried to define what magic is, and it's very difficult to define it, other than to say what we're doing when we're doing magic or manifestation work, for the more modern term, law of attraction, is to bring about a result that we want without actually physically going and doing it. It's basically, that's the definition. But a lot of people have more sophisticated definitions than that. It's influencing change in accordance with will, or creating change in accordance with will. There's lots of different ways that you could define magic, but at the end of the day, we're using our imagination, we're using energy and intention to make something either happen or to change something to happen in the direction that we want it to happen. So we're influencing people, we're influencing events and situations. And that's really all magic is. There's lots of different types of magic. There's lots of extensions from magic. Ceremonial magic tends to also take on a lot of inner work and a lot of work on developing your ability to be able to manipulate energy, to journey into other worlds and other realms. So magic, the magical practice, or people who practice magic, may also stem off into different activities. But the actual practice of magic itself, magical practice, is to try to change or influence people, events or situations in accordance with your will. Witches, of course, use magic. We practice magic. And a lot of witchcraft from all around the world involves magic. Okay, that's a big part of the craft. But witchcraft is more than just magic. Witches also heal. Witches also understand the rhythms of the earth and the cycles of the earth. For many people, witchcraft is also a spiritual practice. For many people, witchcraft also involves connection to the local religion, so wherever that might be. There are people who practice witchcraft who are Christian witches, people who practice witchcraft that belong to other religions, and of course within Wicca, witchcraft is a very big part too. So that's why Wiccans often refer to themselves, we refer to ourselves as witches, and always have. Witchcraft is using herbs, very folky stuff, very earthy stuff, generally speaking, with witchcraft. Although when you look at some of the early pioneers of modern Western witchcraft, which became Wicca, you're looking at people like Alexander's, for example, who was quite into ceremonial magic and introduced more of that into his brand of Wicca. So there's a bit of a hybrid thing going on there with different styles of magic and approaches to magic, often within Wicca. But you can also get some Wiccans who are very much wanting to go back to the more basic witchcraft practices, which is really working with that shamanic earth connection, working with local spirits, working with ancestral spirits, working with nature spirits, rather than the more ceremonial approach to magic, which is working more with demons and angels and more of that Judaic-Christian influence. So witches love to work with all things natural, working with herbs, working with crystals, working with colour, very crafty, making our own things a lot of the time, working with the cycles of the moon. In Wicca, we work with the cycles of the sun, so the solar cycle as well, connecting spiritually to some of the old ways of the Celts and the Norse with the Sabbats, and trying to make our path a path where we're walking at one with nature. We're not trying to dominate nature, we're trying to work with it and to utilize all of the things that have been made available to us through nature. Witches can be healers. and not use magic at all. If they understand herbs and work with herbal remedies, it's making up potions without necessarily bringing any magic into it whatsoever. The magic is all in the herbs and how they synergistically work with each other. So witches also do divination, so that's using scrying or some form of sortilege like tarot reading to divine the future or to help people understand a situation that you may be going through and to know maybe which is the best choice to make in a situation. Now, none of those things involve magic. They involve just simply being able to connect with your own intuition, to connect with spirit guides, and that. So witches also work in a much broader context. We practice magic, but it's not all about magic. So hopefully that makes some sense between the two. If you have any questions, of course, do put them in the comments field below this video so that I can do maybe another video about it. Magic is a big part of what we do, and it's something that I teach in the Mystery Witch School 101 course. I also teach all of the other foundational practices of Wicca, so working with energy, working with the Sabbats and the lunar rites, working with deities, how to work with deities, and how to bring all of this into a spiritual practice. So it's not just about trying to manipulate the world around you, which is actually not that easy to do. It's much easier to actually work on yourself so that you automatically attract things to you that are helpful to you, rather than kind of trying to swim upstream. We try to learn how to swim downstream and go with the flow, but in a way that's actually helpful for us. And when we know more about ourselves and can work more on ourselves, that makes that so much easier. So Mystery Witch School 101 is about using the form of Wicca to be able to bring more meaning and depth into our spiritual practice. So if you want to learn Wicca with me, the course is the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. The link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.